let's understand the Democrats specifically, but our government is creating slaves and creating a slave class. Uh, at one time in America, Detroit, Pittsburgh, Chicago, they were they were producers. They manufactured automobiles and steel, and they were really producing things. And you had the higher paying skilled labor jobs that enabled a family, a man to get a job, go to work, earn enough money that he could buy a home, provide vehicles, and sometimes two vehicles for his wife and the kids, and the community and the family thrived. And then the government stepped in, and the government puts all these policies in place that drive up the cost of production. The environmental policies and the red tape and the Social Security taxes that they have to pay, and the minimum wages, and then the property taxes and the corporate taxes, and they tax these and they drive up the cost of producing so much to such a high price that the manufacturers can no longer stay in that community because they cost too much, and they become where they cannot compete with the products that are made in another location, another country, or another state that's the same kind of an item. So that company that was producing and providing the higher paying skilled labor jobs for the people in that area, that company has to shut down, and they leave. And they take those higher paying skilled labor jobs to other parts of the country, or to other states, or to other countries. And then the people within that area that lost their job are stuck. They've got a choice. They can either leave, move, and try to find a job someplace else, or they stay in within that area that they're familiar with, that they have ties to, and they look for a job within that area. But they're looking for a job that will keep them in approximately the same lifestyle. And those jobs are no longer in that area because the same policies that drove their higher paying skilled labor jobs out of that area have been applied to other manufacturers also. And so those jobs, of higher paying skilled labor jobs, have also left the area. So now the individuals, the people in that area, they have no choice but to go on the government dole, welfare. Initially, they accept it as temporary. They think that they're going to work and get off of it. But eventually it becomes a lifestyle. And the man and woman, the husband and wife, they're now, when they had no problems before, now they're constantly fighting about money, financial issues. Excuse me. And as they fight about financial issues, they end up divorcing. And now the woman is really stuck on the welfare. And she's actually a slave. She's been enslaved by the people that created the policies that drove the higher paying skilled labor jobs out of that area, usually Democrats. But now that she's a slave of the Democrats, she has to continuously vote for them because they're promising her that they're going to give her and ensure that she continues getting her welfare check, that her monthly little payment. So she is now married to the government because the government has replaced her husband as the provider, and now the government is the provider for her. And it is simply a tool that politicians use, usually Democrats, but also some rhinos, and it is a tool that they use to enslave people and force those people into a government handout to ensure that those people will be reduced to the status of a slave and continuously vote for them to keep them in power.